This is an easy bet, man. Rohan Polanco, one of the best, if not the best, 147-pound fighter. In my opinion, he's top 3. He's got great hand speed, good IQ, lacks a little bit on defense, can get hit pretty easily, keeps his hands low sometimes, but when he doesn't get hit, this dude is phenomenal. There's not very many boxers in the game right now that has as deep of a bag as Rohan Polanco does. Dude has an arsenal of punches, man. His last fight was against Fabian Maidana, and he didn't finish him, but he did everything except finish him. And that's just because the Maidanas are tough as nails, and they always have been. Maidana gave him a good test. He hit Polanco hard a few times, and Polanco responded perfectly. So Polanco's opponent, Quentin Randall, decent boxer, decent skills. He likes to keep you at range, but he's not very fast or really that snappy or athletic, and he can get cut off pretty easily. Brian Norman was smothering him all night, and Quentin Randall was just having to tie up with him. Norman couldn't finish him, but a few months ago in TCL boxing, which if you don't know what that is, it's like team boxing and each boxer gets one round. Quentin Randall got brutally stopped by an up-and-coming amateur fighter named Rahman Muhammad. I will say, this Muhammad kid is going to be something special in my opinion. I've been checking his other workout since I seen this, and dude's phenomenal, so shout out him. But Quentin Randall got brutally knocked out by this kid, and I don't think he can handle Rohan Polanco. If he can't handle an up-and-coming prospect who doesn't even have a pro fight yet in one round, I think Polanco is going to destroy him. Is all I got to say. Polanco money line is a lock, and I also love Polanco by stoppage at plus 140. Man, this is going to be a fun fight in my opinion. Two very underrated fighters. Jan Santana, he's a young Dominican fighter. He's got some heavy hands, man. Some nice combos, good hand speed. Telegraphs a little bit sometimes, and he can get caught very easily in the pocket and countered very easily. He gets a little sloppy. Sometimes he can get very sloppy. When he's on his A game, I shit you not, this kid is a problem, man. Just the way he fights kind of reminds me of Abdullah Mason, just a little bit less intense. I really think that this dude is something special. I think he's talented. He's shown to have a chin. He's shown to be tough. He's shown to adapt in fights. I really think that he's going to pull this one out. So, moving on to his opponent, Aaron Alameda. This is a guy who gave Neary and Angelo Leo very tough fights, but I just don't think he's the same fighter. And speaking of that, you know, even when he was in his prime, and speaking of Angelo Leo, while I think Angelo Leo is the best or the second best fighter in his division right now, I personally don't think that when Alameda faced him, he was near as good as he is now. I think basically Jan Santana is better than what Angelo Leo was at 25 years old. And from what I've seen, Alameda looks a little bit shot. I'm not going to fully say he is. I could still see this being a tough fight. Just from recent film, though, it looks as if this should be a wide decision victory for Jan Santana. He's a big puncher, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if he can somehow get a late stoppage. I'm just going to say to take Jan Santana, money line. I like the over as well, but I would just take the money line. Man, this is a fight I am very torn on, and I can see this one being very interesting. We just watched Garcia absolutely outclass and outwork Charles Conwell. It was a kind of close fight. I think an 8-4 or 7-5 decision for Garcia was the right call. But the question is Zayas even better than Charles Conwell? The reason I ask that is, for one, just skill-wise, he doesn't seem like an elite fighter or really even a great fighter. He just kind of seems like his whole life he's been bigger, a little bit faster and stronger than everyone else, and he's just been relying on that. But he's really not even a good finisher either. When he fought Spomer, they had to force a decision. It was a bad stoppage, really. I mean, he hurt Spomer, but he never even went down. And it just seems like to me he may be a little bit chinny as well, because Spomer hit him with some crazy shit a few times and he got wobbly. But I don't know if Garcia will be the one to wobble him. I'm not sure if he has more power than Spomer. He might. But just coming back to what I was saying earlier, Zayas has not really shown me that he's an elite fighter. I know he's only 22 years old. That's really young. And he's gotten physically stronger and bigger since then. From the footage I've seen, it looks like he's working his ass off, and he's working hard for this fight. But just as a fighter, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Mario Barrios a little bit. Just one of them dudes who's always used his physical advantages. He's always been bigger than everyone else. So he never really had to learn every single skill there is to boxing, or he never had to really work on his craft that much. I could be being a little bit harsh to him and being a little bit too critical, but I've just not seen anything that, jumps off the screen to me as a great fighter. So I'm just going to say to stay away from this fight, except for the over. I do like the over, I think. I mean, if you want to take him, then go ahead. I'm not taking the Vargas fight because I don't know enough about this Espinoza guy. I'm not fully sold on Vargas yet. He's got good power, of course, but something tells me that he's juicing and he's on the shit, man. It just, something doesn't seem right. I could be wrong. He could be natural power, but I don't know. I could see this being maybe a test for Vargas. I don't know. But I am not betting on either of them at this value.